Today's lesson is 2.9, Nickels. The objective is to introduce nickels and to provide practice exchanging pennies for nickels. Our learning target today is I can identify a nickel, know how much it is worth, and trade pennies for nickels. Just like a penny, a nickel has a head and a tail. On the head or front of the nickel, we see a portrait of Thomas Jefferson. On the tail side of the nickel, we see a picture of his home, Monticello. I'm going to continue adding to our story of money. Yesterday we learned about the penny. We learned that on the head we see a picture of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial on the tail. And we also learned that it is the only coin that is worth 1 cent. The nickel is different though. On the head, we see that portrait of Thomas Jefferson. On the tail side of the coin, we see a picture of Monticello. A nickel is worth 5 cents. You could also write it with the $ sign, 0.05. What that means is 5 pennies could go into 1 nickel. You could also say that 5 pennies are equivalent to 1 nickel. If everyone in our class had 1 nickel, how much money would our class have? Well, I know that 1 nickel is worth 5 cents. So that's the same as counting by fives. Try it with your class. Can you count by fives and figure out how much money you would have? Pause video now. Yesterday we learned to count pennies. I've drawn some pennies here on the screen. Can you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 pennies. I could also say that we have 8 cents. I also know that 5 pennies is the same as 1 nickel. So I could also draw this as 1 nickel and 3 pennies. That would be the same 8 cents. So 1 nickel and 3 pennies equals the same as 8 pennies. They both equal 8 cents. We can count nickels and pennies in the same way we count tally marks. Just like when I see a 5 group for my tallies, I start counting with 5 and count on. For example, I would go 5, 6, 7, 8. I know that a nickel is worth 5, so I can start from 5. I can go 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you see how they were the same? Let's try counting again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. I drew some pennies on the top of the screen. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pennies. That means that I have 10 cents. Right now, with your pennies, can you count out 10 cents or 10 pennies? Pause video now. Having all those pennies can get tricky. How could you use fewer coins if you were going to go buy something that was worth 10 cents? Can you try trading out some of your pennies? Pause video now. Great work! I noticed that some of you made an arrangement like this. You traded 5 of your pennies for a nickel, and you had 5 more pennies. If I was going to count these, I would count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this arrangement is worth 10 cents. And I used 5 less pennies to do it. I also noticed some people with arrangements that looked like this. They had 2 nickels. If I were to count this, I would count it 5, 10. So this arrangement is also worth 10 cents. And it only took 2 coins to make. When you go off to work today, I want you to remember that 5 pennies can go into 1 nickel. This will help you when you're working on your math journal page. Good luck!